Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Redstone Tutorials. Today we're going to be covering repeaters, what they do, what they are, and what they're useful for. So this bad boy here is a repeater. If you don't know, if you scroll down in the creative menu, or if you're not in creative, but anyways, if you scroll down, it's like this little thing here that says Redstone Repeater. Now, the most basic function of it is exactly what its name says. It's a repeater. Because as we know, a redstone signal can only travel 15 blocks from a power source. This is our power source here, our little light, and it travels for 15 blocks before it will run out of power and not go any further. So, what we can do is, right at the very end, you can put it anywhere. I could put it in here and it would repeat further, but it's still not going to make our little circuit here because this is exactly 15 blocks from midway. So, what we're going to do instead, we're going to put it right at the end here, and it will repeat our signal for another 15 blocks. Essentially, it's an extender of a power source. You can think of it like an extension cable, like an extension cable that you plug in your house somewhere to make power travel further. Think of it like that. That's essentially what it's doing. It's just an extension, and it will light up our thing here now. So if we take that off, we can turn it on as the signal goes all the way around. Now, what else? The secondary function, which is what more people use than not, is the delay function on them. If you just put it down like this, they actually have a delay of 1 tick, and 1 tick is 1/20th of a second. Because there's 20 ticks a second, so it's 1/20th of a second. So you're not going to be able to see it that well, but I'll put a light. It's going to be the same as before. I don't need to have that. Put it straight into the block like that. And then if I put a power source right here, you can't see it because it's pretty quick. 1/20th of a second is pretty quick. But if I do 2, it'll go 2 ticks. So 2/20ths of a second. So it's a bit slower. Let me put that back. And I've lost my torch, which is absolutely fantastic. There he is. Chuck it down. Then you got 3 ticks and then 4 ticks. So we'll go to 4. It's obviously much longer than just 1. So there you go. So that's delaying it. And another way to show you this to you is actually to get a line of lights. I'm going to do it like this. I got 5 lights here, and we're going to have 1 power source. It's going to go here, but oh jeez, I destroy the blocks all the time. And then we're gonna connect all of these, but they're all going to be delayed from one another. So what we're going to do that is the first one is going to be plugged directly into our power source. Then we're going to put a delay, a repeater between the first light and the second. So I just go like this, and then I'll put another one between these two, another one between these two, and obviously once more at the end here. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to change all these to setting 4 by right-clicking on them, and that'll delay them. So now when I activate the lights, you'll see them go on one by one like that, and they'll turn off in the same fashion, just like that. So you could actually make a pretty cool, like, if you have a giant room, you could actually make some pretty cool lights where they kind of turn on one row at a time. Like, I've always wanted to do that in Minecraft, but I've never actually done that. So I might do that one day. So that's what our repeaters can do. They extend our signal for a further 15 blocks, but they can also delay our signal by a significant amount. And of course, you can stack repeaters, and by that I don't mean stacking them up to 64 there, which you can do, but I mean stacking them like this. You can put heaps of them in a line, all on setting 4, and you can get one hell of a delay. So if we do this, and I'll put a light at the other end, and we'll put our power source here, you can see the signal is going to travel through, then it'll eventually get to the light. So that is the basic functionality of repeaters, what they do and what they're used for. Now, a cool little thing that I whipped up just to show you, it's similar to the lights, but it's doorways. So if I stand on this, it'll open one at a time all the way down the hallway till we get all the way to the end, and it's just something that's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of like a bank vault type thing. Obviously, it would be nicer if the doors closed from the back to the front, but I've done a very basic circuit which I can show you. It's similar to when we did the redstone doors. Not really, but it's pretty basic. I'll just show it to you over here, like just one set of pistons and redstone, just so you can see how I did it, in case you're wanting to do that too. Let's get up there. Alright, so we got 3 pistons stacked on top of each other, just like that. And we're going to have a power source going to the top, because as we know, we can power 2 pistons by 1 repeater. So if I put this here, you'll see the top 2 get power, but the bottom one doesn't. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a repeater on the bottom as well. The repeaters aren't actually necessary for this, but I don't know, I just like doing it. I just think it makes it look neater. But of course you don't actually need them, so just to show you that you don't need them, I'll get rid of them. So you can just do it like this as well, and it still does the same thing. So I won't use repeaters, but of course you can. And then all I did was put a single block down the side, so I can carry the redstone signal down and around. And you'll now see if I just power this one section, it will push out all three. And then all you have to do is like exactly what we did with the lights. We just make a whole row of these, and we put a repeater in between each of them like that, and you do it. So you can see that's what I've done over here, except I've used repeaters up on top and bottom. You can see they're all just kind of chained in a big line, and it just gives that delayed activation effect, which is a pretty useful function later on when you get into way more complicated circuits and all sorts of stuff. But for now, I guess that's going to wrap it up. So to summarize once more, repeaters extend the length of a redstone signal by 15 blocks from wherever you place it, and they also delay the signal of redstone. And that should about do it for this episode, guys. So until next time, I'm Flabberleaky, and thank you for watching.